Welcome back to Banished episode 3. So we got another food source down. We got some storage barns. We got our tools up and running. So the winter hit again. So what we're going to do for this episode is get yet another food source down. And we're going to try to get to the point where we can expand our town a little more because we have just these 4 families. I do not want to expand the town until we are sure we have enough to feed these people because starving is the main cause of a loss of this game. Starving and death, and starving is really the only way to completely lose, I want to say. There might be some other ways that I haven't run into yet, but starving is definitely the main. So let's jump right into it. We have our cuttery out here, so they're going to keep getting us wood because we always use wood. We're going to need some more laborers so that we can get this cut down and everything moved to this barn. We're almost at the point where we can expand. Food still is a little bit low. Where do we want to put our... Let's stick a hunter's cabin over here, just because. I think that would be a good food source. Where are you, hunter? What we're trying to do is slowly move up to the point where we get a trade center so that we can trade for cattle, for seeds, and all that good stuff. This is going to be our main factor here, is this hunter's cabin. Why I say that is because you don't only get a food source off these guys, you get a source of leather, clothing, and that is an awesome way to trade. Biggest reason because when they have cattle and they have other stuff like that, they are a bit stingy when it comes to food for trading. A lot of people do not want to trade food for cattle, for seeds, or something like that. What they want is they want coats, they want leather, they want actual material and not consumables. So that is something we're going to have to do. We're at a good setup of 2 builders, 2 laborers, and then we have everybody else working for the better of the town. Very soon, we have 4 people to really use. I'm going to check the chitlings. We got a 3-year-old. We got... Alright, these people need to move out and get their own home. We got a 6-year-old. And we got a 4-year-old, so we have a potential of 4 more people to come out and help out. So they're going to need more houses for that. So since we have a food source already going up, and we're pretty decent on food right here, what I wanted was 100 of each, and now we have 500 fish, and it's just flowing in. I feel safe enough to stick 2 more houses. And as I stated before, it is smart to stick not too many houses at one time because they will breed like wildfire if you stick too many houses at a time. And then once they all hit age 10, they will do it at the same time and screw you over. So we have low logs. So what I'm going to do with these houses is use that so that we can get more people to work here and here. Now for this, we only need 3 to work there. And for this, we can have 4 people working. We have enough to... We're going to put 1 of each. 1 here. And 1 here. We're not building anything right... Excuse me. 1 here. Oh, we can stick 4 in here. So we're not building anything, so I'm going to turn these guys into laborers just so they can do some labor work for me, and that labor work is going to consist of cleaning up the middle of our village that we've cleaned out so far a little bit. That'll help us get a little bit more materials, and as well just make it look a little bit nicer. Just getting these little trees that are sprouting back up. So what we're going to do in the meantime is start just sticking a little bit of, just some roads. And we're going to have houses paired off in pairs of 6. That is what I'm going to call a neighborhood. And then what we're going to do is we're going to surround a pair of 6 houses with road. Every 6 houses is surrounded with road. That will keep everything a little bit organized. There's no real benefit for doing that. Especially if one of these houses catches on fire, which is... they all just burn. Unless we can get to them fast enough. So we just surrounded that with wood. With the pathway. I want them to clear this out a little bit so I can put the pathway here as well. And so we're probably going to stick another row of 6 houses down, just so we don't interrupt these guys. And then maybe some over here, just so the town has some organization to it. Because that's one thing I lacked before. So now it's going to be important is just to make sure they do reproduce. That's what we want now. So we can get more people gathering food. So that's what we're not really lacking food, but we want to be set more than we need in food. We want more than enough. So we have, and we want this as well. We want more people here. And so these people will move out. So they had another child. They have another laborer who's about to pop up. So they, see, they just got their house and they already have a baby. So what I'm going to do is build... oh, winter just hit, but we're not set to end this session yet. We are going to throw another set of houses, just so, since I actually have a demand of people to gather food. So these new babies that will grow up and eat my food will also be the ones gathering my food. So I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to go ahead and put down the pathway for these guys. Just so I know where I'm heading with this. Now, we're going to max out this, and we're going to max out this before we move too much into this. What I wanted to do this session was to get another food source in, which we did, and then I wanted to max that out. And I've already forgot what my other goal was, so we might have to make up another one on the fly. I want to expand my village, and that's exactly what I'm doing, so that's what it was. So my goal was already being achieved as I was doing it. I'm just going to throw another goal in there, is just to expand these resources, because what we want is more resources than we need. And we want to not clear out the area. That's one of the hardest things to do, is make a way to get this full, your resource pile full, without wiping the area out. Because that's what did some of my playthroughs, is when I built this town, I didn't really wait. I just wanted to get the stuff done so I could build it quicker without using this guy, and I would have already had this whole area cleared out, this whole area cleared out. So you don't want that. You just don't want that. It's a patient game. You want to build stuff, then you just want to wait. You just want to let it breathe, let them do their thing, and then move on from there. So one of the people grew up into a laborer, so now we have 3 rather than 2. Because we had 1 laborer and 2 builders, and then I put one of them into this, I believe, then we had 2. And now we have 3 again. So I'm going to put another one into here, so we have 2. The laborers are still clearing out the area, but it looks like they're growing back. I'm going to put another person here, because another person grew up. That's awesome. So we ultimately need 2 more here and 1 more here. So we need 3 people, plus I want to say another 3 just to be laborers. So we need a total of 4 people added to this, and let's make both of these people builders, because they need to finish this house. And once they're finished this house, I'm actually going to take the builders away. Good. So no one's a builder. They're not going to build any more houses. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish off my other row at 6. They won't be built. That's the thing. They may be started. They might have the foundations made, which is good, just to have it ready. But they won't be built. I'll have them build it when I am good and ready. So yeah, they are finishing those foundations for it. Let's build the road around them. So we're going to have a total of 6, 9, 12 families, which is a potential. I want to say I've seen there is enough space for each family to have 8 people, or 8 people fit in the house at least. They have an average of 5 people a family, so that is 45 people potentially. That can be dangerous this early. But I don't think that's going to be the case, that they're all going to fill out 5 that quick. But we will be using those people for food sources. What I like to do is fill up storage barns ASAP and then keep them full. So we do have quite a bit. I'm going to put a couple more hunters cabins up just so that I can get those leathers and stuff. So what I'm going to do now is build a bridge from here to here. That just gives me access to new lands. I'm going to put a hunter's cabin over here. And then after that, we're going to have maybe 1 or 2 hunter's cabins over here, just so we have that surplus of leather. What is this? Logs is low, that's okay. And then I'm going to fill out this area. Once this area is completely filled out, what I'll probably do is get rid of those hunter's cabins, move them back, and then start expanding my village either up this way, maybe even back here a little bit first, but then probably across here, since there's a little bit more of a flat open land that I can play around with here. I might just go ahead and stick my hunter's cabins here. That will allow me to go and build my town out this way without destroying it, so I think that will be good. They are starting that. Let's have them get some more materials. Rather than dig deep here, what we're going to do is do a thin line, but we're going to have them go all the way down here. Yeah, we're going to have to put a forester here too. Let's see. So checking the seasons is good. So we got 200 venison last season, 6 leather. He has already doubled that. So we expanded our town. We're getting more resources slowly but surely. I think this is a good place to stop. This episode has gone long enough. We will see what happens next season and how we'll go. We are doing well so far. No deaths. This is a record for me. Let's see what happens in the next one. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you soon.